is sweet. Oops. There we go. Have some beer commercials. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's a little unique. Haven't had that in ever.
Lucky bat, ooh woo, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling.
That's what I always say.
Take the hun, hello. The color I was using to highlight these guys was very, very pink without a lot of beige. So I'm going to try to switch it up a little and get a little color. A little bit
Add
of
a little
color
beige
into them.
without pink.
Mm-hmm.
We had a weird thing today with the video for tomorrow.
Ooh.
I uploaded it, you know, earlier in the day, and it just is stuck. Like it's not up. It wasn't. It was up. It uploaded, but it was like stuck in the checking, and it wasn't becoming like an HD video. So I had to re-upload it like a couple hours ago. And
Are you
now it
saying
looks like
that
it's fine.
Games Workshop has claimed our video?
Exactly. What's kind of weird is our the Dawn of War terrain video still says it's processing the HD version, and it's not. I mean, it's uploaded and it's in HD. It's very weird.
Well, YouTube better get on it, because think about all the revenue that we bring in for them.
I know. And yeah, if they don't fix it, we're gonna move to another platform.
Yeah.
Let me know. I mean, there isn't anything even close for like at least longer form stuff. Short form stuff. I mean, there's TikTok. I guess we would just do that. What we would do is we'd still make 15-minute videos, but we'd cut it into 15-second parts.
Yeah.
It'd be a nightmare.
Congrats on getting.
A minute.
Yeah. Congrats on getting on the front page, on my front page of Google. Please don't ask what I was Googling. It is classified.
You're probably looking up Nick pics. Joaquin Costa, good evening, EOB community. That's us.
Yeah.
Daniel Bear, football's back.
Yeah.
I used to get that commercial. Like DraftKings or whatever the hell.
Gamble online.
Yeah, I don't gamble online because I know I would like it too much. I love gambling.
I'm not much of a gambler. I'd rather just waste my money, like, honestly. Just buying dumb stuff.
Are you saying that gambling isn't honest?
Or eating sugar.
I like gambling if I'm the casino. That's even more fun. Because then you just get the money. You just get money immediately. I only want to watch it. Basing tutorials would probably make good TikToks.
Probably not.
I think if they were crazy, maybe.
Yeah.
Tutorials are pretty rough. Especially, I've seen some people have a little success with the like TikTok-y kind of videos, but it's hard.
It's really just it's just the audience isn't there. Like, who's scrolling through TikTok who's like, ooh, you know, that's a really interesting way to paint some orc boys.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they wasted 5 hours to make a 15-second clip.
It's if you filmed it in an interesting way,
Mm-hmm.
like you did some like crazy magic tricks, and that's
Yeah.
how the model just got painted in front of your eyes, or if you did like super close-ups of what your brush was doing.
Mm-hmm. I think that there's more. There's
You,
almost more to that. Is just someone like just seeing a gorgeous model being painted, and you just seeing a few brushstrokes.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's seeing like something buttery being made right in front of your eyes.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like there's a lot of videos like that, like people cooking.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
really, but just boiled down to the very best possible moments.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
To the point where they're not even really making food. They're just making a TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Daniel Bear. Gotta wait till Monday for Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Take a city prints. Remember, folks, show your some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Yes, subscribe. I want that plaque.
Oh yeah.
I want that plaque more than anything.
We're close.
Mm-hmm. More than halfway.
We only need 38,000 more subscribers. We're almost there.
Yeah, we'll get that like what in the next couple weeks.
Yep.
I want that plaque. I want that plaque.
TK Studio Prints, TikTok paint porn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or like a big thing is like you see somebody like you see like the tip of their pencil, and you see some of the line work that they're starting to do, and then they cut it all to music so it's beautiful, and then they pull back and it's like an awesome photo of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Or
on Fozzie Bear's body.
Exactly. Or even funnier, it's awesome, it's cool, but you see the line work and stuff, they pull back and it's garbage. That's also funny.
God, I wasn't a TikTok, but I saw an amazing one where somebody took their little dog and they put him on a big piece of sheet of paper, and they started tracing the edge of him, and they cut it to the music, and the tracing looked so nice, and then they picked the dog up and it's just garbage.
That's pretty funny. Yep.
It currently building some big, jiggly, milky, gelatinous, beautiful troll titties. Wait.
Oh, goodness. Joaquin Costa, when you get that plaque, what will you paint it?
Oh, that'd be so funny. A YouTube plaque painting tutorial.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty good.
TK Street Prince, I am at 101 subs of 1,000. Lol. Wait, so you're at 101,000 or you're at 101 with the goal of 1,000?
Yes. That's it.
Neat. Everybody go subscribe to TK Street Prince.
There you go. Broken Minis, if you're a rebel, hit like.
How many people are in here?
Don't be a rebel.
30 people are in here. How can we make this happen? If you click on TK, will that do anything?
I don't think so.
Will that take you to a user profile? Darn it.
No, it's really dumb.
TK's a mod, though. Could he post his channel?
Yeah, he could.
TK, post your channel. Let's get you some subscribers. Everyone play along.
Dungeon Masterpiece. Lol, I just logged in to hear gelatinous troll titties.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Matthew Solis. Hey, Jay, any chance you've seen a techno-archaeologist in your persuasions? I have no idea what you mean. In your perusals. Still no idea what you're talking about.
Sometimes I'm drunk on the streams too.
Mm-hmm.
Melonhead Bernie, TikTok has been ruining yo-yo YouTubers left and right. They're selling out. Well, they make more money on TikTok?
Are they kowtowing to Big Yo-Yo?
Hot damn. TK Studio Prince posted the channel.
Alright, everybody with me. Boom. Subscribe. And then hit the real subscribe button.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Stolas, it's the only AdMech model I don't have.
Take the hunt. Came for the painting, stayed for the troll titties.
Agreed.
Dancing of Doom. I'm imagining an EOB pulling a Bob Ross black on black type instruction video when painting with black. Did he do like grayscale, or did he do like a gag painting black paint on a black canvas? Sebastian Desuchel, just wanted to let you know, love your content, thanks for everything. Nice!
Yeah.
Did everyone subscribe to TK?
I saw the number go up.
And Quinoa Quinones, did y'all see Legion is making Scum and Villainy a faction led by Maul? I did! It looks kind of neat. They're not calling it Scum and Villainy, though. They're calling it, oh god, something basically identical. It's the same thing as Scum and Villainy. But yeah, they have the Pike Syndicate thugs. They have, what else did they have? They had a Chiss guy. Might have been Prince Caesar, I'm not sure. Yeah, and then they have operative, or no, Maul is already an operative. I guess they have a second operative Maul. Presumably they're going to come out with a big old Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Dancing Doom.
Bernie. Way more money and views on TikTok. They can get millions of views for a 10-second yo-yo trick. That's where I would go.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean they're doing the right thing. Dancing Doom. Bob Ross used Betty Black to cover the entire canvas, and then would use black again over said black canvas. Interesting. Dancing with Doom. Hondo Onaka. I didn't see a Hondo Onaka, but they should. That would be awesome. He's the best. He's the best pirate this side of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bear. I don't know why, but listening to this live stream always gets me ready for cricket training. Are you like training a cricket?
I have no idea. TK Studio Prince, you printed anything new on the Ultra, Nick? I printed something today, but I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Probably not yet. And that was a pretty interesting thing. And then our friend Sean gave me some 3D models to print. It's some droids for Legion.
They're more droid commandos. Don't print them. Those guys messed me up pretty bad in the last game.
I think they were like named characters or something.
Ah, okay. I think he was planning on doing like some tank commanders.
Let's see. He said T-series droid and maybe the Gonk droid. All right. I guess those are the two. Those are the two I'm printing. I haven't gotten them printed yet. Yeah.
Casa. I didn't play much X-Wing minis, but I liked Cat Scarlet Fire Spray and her Bug Zapper cronies. Yeah! I liked running Kath. She was fun. I loved her auxiliary firing arcs. Oh, God, what was her ability? I think her ability was that she could actually fire better out of her auxiliary arcs than her primary arc. And so you were always kind of trying to, like, reverse flank people. Really interesting. And then, of course, her binary pirates were delightful.
Matthew Stonelis, watching Jay paint reminds me that Nick's fingernails are way too clean in the latest video to be taken seriously as a hobbyist.
Exactly.
I think for a lot of it I wore gloves.
Which
I think is what happened. I think I started wearing gloves and I slowly over time just stopped caring. And I just stopped feeling like it.
Yeah, for some reason I was doing tons of weathering today.
Interesting.
Michael Garrett, delightful Space Marines you got there. Yeah, I think they're fun. These are actually the new Primaris, the new Prime Primaris.
Antonio, Nick, I was doing my college homework of Fusion 360 when you released the video. I got distracted modeling something other than my actual homework. Now I have a Tau barricade and a 0 in my assignment. Nice. That's wonderful.
I know. I got myself into big trouble in high school because I got to do a class on digital art, and so it was Photoshop, and like super early on, I got to Photoshop some of my miniatures, and so I just only started doing that, and I did none of the assignments. And then I was like gonna fail. But luckily, I'd actually been working hard with Photoshop, just not doing any of the assignments, and so I got a 100% on the final exam.
Amazing.
It was dumb. It was like, go take a picture of a landscape. No.
G-Studio Prince, Nick, are you using my support settings for the workshop, and are they helping? They are. I used them, and it's working out. I only want to watch it. Why would you wear gloves while 3D printing? You're missing out on all that finger licking goodness.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. I did watch a video way back when of this guy 3D printing, and he didn't wear gloves, and he was working with the resin and moving it around with his fingers, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh god, it's so sticky. Like, beyond it's gonna kill you, it's just so sticky. Yeah, it's not good.
You know, Brent from Goobertown has a fun story where he was printing something hollow so that he would save on resin, but it's closed up in the process, and so he was like, he took a drill to try to open the holes back up, and then the resin poured everywhere.
Yeah.
And he was like, if he could do it again, he'd just throw it all away and just go try again.
Oh my goodness, Allison Perez. I had a resin printer. Turns out I'm deathly allergic to the resin. So
oh my goodness,
it is for me. Yep, it is nasty stuff. There's no way it's good. It's good for you.
Yeah, you know, it toughens you up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Jojo goes, I have arrived for the Emperor. Wait, who's the Emperor? I am the Emperor.
I know our friend, someone that I knew from like high school and stuff. He was allergic to peanuts, and he went through a therapy where he ate like a little bit of peanut, like a fraction of a peanut or whatever, and eventually you work up to being able to eat peanuts and you're fine. Maybe you have to do that with resin. You have to drink a little bit of resin
there you
every
go.
single day and build up your tolerance to it.
I mean, that's just science.
Mm-hmm. Kinones, Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake.
Good old older Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Never. I mean, I never played those video games, so that's why I never got into it. But I like modern Star Wars, meaning like not 1,000 years before modern, normal, long time ago Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Robert DeRown, I'm so lax with my resin safety. I gotta step it up. I have accidentally tasted it as well. Does not taste great.
Oh my god. I don't even know how that happens.
We'll take a little sip here and there. Just to see.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's quite the stuff.
Goodness, some of these Genestealers are wearing masks. That saves me from having to do a face.
Mm-hmm. I know. I was kind of just thinking about that today because I was working on my commandos, which is pretty fun for a kill team, and I would like every single one of them to have the mask, wearing the mask respirator kind of thing, because I think that would. Maybe I can make it kind of look like it's connected to an air tank or something to make it look a little bit more beach themed, a little more water themed. But it might be a little bit more difficult. I have basically like everything in piles right now, like each boy and all the options and stuff. And I haven't done anything with the heads, and I think that's the last thing I'm gonna put on, because I'm gonna see. It looks like on some of them I might not be able to, but maybe I can cut them up to make it work. Because one of the heads is really like he's right up against one of the weapons, so I don't know if the mask will fit. So I just have to see, but maybe I can cut it away or something. But the heads will be the last part. Oh yeah. Allison Perez. TK, I had used epoxy, but nothing for casting. The fumes is what actually hurt me. It closed my throat after about a month of use. I used gloves and a mask in a ventilated garage. Yeah, I wonder if you almost need a respirator, like a really, really high-powered respirator or something. That's what I have, because it is not good. Are you still allergic to it after it cures, or is it fine afterwards? Like if you touch the resin after it's dried, is it okay?
What if someone else in the cafeteria is eating resin? Then you have to look out.
Do you remember the peanut-free table?
I do. I remember the peanut-free table.
All the nerds sat there. We sat there. That's what I'm trying to say. That's where we sat.
Okay. I'm allergic to cats, and I think that's it. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could, again, do the peanut method. You eat a little bit of cat fur every day, and build up the tolerance to it. What's weird is I grew up around tons of cats. So
Yeah,
pretty much I did
many.
daily interact with cats and eat cat fur, but nope, just always been allergic.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I built up an allergicness to them. I think I did get better though, because I think I used to not really be able to go into Fox's house, and then eventually I could just go in, but if I was there for too long, I'd get really stuffy and runny nose and itchy eyes. TK Sturdy Prince used to do a lot of cold casting and fiberglassing back in the day. Used to make boats and repair car bodies. Yeah, fiberglassing is nasty.
Yep.
I've done a little of that.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. Cheeky Suited Prince, I'm allergic to new cats, but after a week or so, I get used to the cat. That's kind of fun.
Came an asterisk. Do you know the Star Wars model I want made? I want the clone troopers and Obi-Wan with his helmet on, speeders with jousting javelins, just like the scene from the early 2000s animated Clone Wars. That'd be neat. Allison Perez, I have not had issues after it cures, but I'm careful and prefer not to work with it. After my ER trip, I would break out like I had poison ivy when I was dealing with some half-cured prints.
Wow. There you go. Well, I'm gonna add that story to my arsenal of be careful, folks. Just like the guy that went to the ER from breathing all the stuff in. Because he was wearing a respirator, but not the right one.
Nah, 3D printing is easy and safe, and everyone should do it, and stick it to Games Workshop, and...
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Although it's good that you can still use the FDM printer. I mean, I showed in the video that came out, you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. Make a lot of neat things.
There was, on the new episode of Forged in the Flames of the Warhammer Plus Blood Angels, there is a crazy cool moment where the Blood Angel with the flamethrower fires up the flamethrower, and they did a thing where, because the whole show is in black and white except for things that are red, but the flames were white, but for like one scene, they did like a thing where, it was like the colors were reversed, and so the flamethrower was like just spewing like blackness. Oh my gosh, it was so cool.
Interesting.
Just a darn good show.
Where is it? Okay. Joaquin Costa. I'm allergic to sulfa, so no commercially dried fruit or certain medications for me. Not too bad, really. Yeah, that's okay. Dried fruit is not my favorite. Rather have.
It's usually kind of pricey too.
It is.
Although I love Special K red berries. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know why it's not called like Special K strawberries, but it's not. It's called Special K red berries.
Well, they're not. I mean, they are strawberries, but I think when you dry them like that and you package them up and you spray some chemicals on there, they can't be considered strawberries anymore.
Makes sense. And you know what? It's worth it.
Yeah. TC Gentry, shill harder.
Yeah. I have to shill for at least 15 minutes every video. It's in my contract.
I mean, you were just talking about Warhammer Plus and how cool it is.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Stolness, I just watched the Abaddon lore today. Did you like it? I watched like a minute of it, and then I was like, I get it. I used to be able to watch a lot of lore. Like, I watched a lot of Luton. Although I think he put out a few, like, hour-long videos in a row, and I'm like, I can't.
I can't.
Is it gonna take? It's gonna take an hour to explain this thing. I don't need to know about it then.
I watched some Gloomspite Gets lore videos like a month ago or so, and the most I could do is 20 minutes, and I really think that they're fun. Like, I think they're more fun than anything else. Like, they're in terms of lore and whatever, that's the most interesting to me. But, geez Louise, many more than that. And there was, like, more videos about them. Like, I can't. I don't want to. So Victor Hugo Bittencourt Silva says, how do you discard the isopropanol after you wash resin prints? And
that's a good question.
TK Studio Prints responded, and this is also what I do. You cure the IPA and then filter it with a coffee filter and save the IPA and reuse it. Then cure off the stuff from the filter and wrap and trash it.
Interesting.
That is what I've been doing.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty neat, especially towards the end. Huh. Maybe I need to. I mean, I'll watch one episode because I gotta try. I'm working my way through the Horus Heresy books, so I'm not quite there yet. Well, I can do the books because the books are good. They're like interesting and well written. The lore stuff is sometimes just words.
This is what happens, and this is what happens, and then this is what happens.
And what I appreciate about some videos, you know, if they're short and sweet, it's like, yeah, I didn't even have to read this whole goddamn book because I can just watch this 15-minute video about that with the highlights. But if it's an hour or longer, like I know Luton just put out a video about Saturnine Terminators, and I started listening to it, and he didn't bring up Saturnine Terminators in the first minute, so I'm like, I'm done.
Matthew Stone, let's dump it down a rabbit hole. You could do that with your IPA.
Cayman Astartes, are you sick of having allergic reactions to your resin, whether you cure it or not? Well, presenting the brand new Green Stuff World Hazmat Suit. For the low price of $500, you won't be going to the ER.
There you go.
Robin R. Turner, play Space Skaven as Genestealer cults, call them Cheese Stealer cults. Exactly. Brian Hoffman, what's going on, guys? Sorry I'm late.
How dare you? What are you doing?
Alright, so the lore video is like 17 minutes long. Yeah, but...
Oh, no.
That's still kind of... I don't know. I mean, Abaddon's not my favorite character. I could maybe do 17 minutes for my favorite character. I also feel like I get Abaddon. Like, he was the chief general of Horus, and he was good until he wasn't, and then he lost every battle he was ever in because he's the bad guy. suppose if I didn't know anything about it, it wouldn't be as it'd be a little more appealing.
Game of Star Days 2+ Tough is really good at describing Age of Sigmar while condensing the lore. Yes, that's who I was watching. I was watching some other people too, but I watched him as well, and it's pretty good.
I like Voldemort because his videos are fairly short, and he also makes up stories, and the stories are good.
I only want to watch it. There's a guy on the Genestealer Cult subreddit doing Cheese Stealer Cult, and he has a Kit Bash Goliath Rock Grinder / Doom Wheel. Funniest thing ever. Damn. Matthew's done this. I listened to the 3-hour 30-minute I listened to the 3-hour 30 minutes Luton video.
Oh my lord.
Jeez
what was
Louise.
That about?
I saw a guy turn himself into a pickle.
A big Rick.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Stolas, the entire history of the Imperium of Man.
Oh, that actually sounds interesting. I wish he had broken it up into smaller videos so I could watch them.
I mean, you could pause it.
Nah.
And run away and then do something else and then come back.
Colin Mark, I watched that one video where the guardsman tricked the orcs into thinking that he still had ammo by shouting bang. It's totally possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the orcs. Those orcs are just orking around. Orking up a storm.
Mm-hmm. Orking up the storm. How adorable. Matthew Stolas. Orcs are the wily coyote of 40k.
Pretty much. You know what I was thinking about today? When I was thinking about how to shill, how much harder I could shill. People are really upset about the new orcs that they might be monopose, or they're not monopose, but they're fixed loadouts, or they're fixed like they're like half and half slugga choppa, half shoota, and I almost wonder if that's better. If orcs are just they're randomly assigned a choppa or a slugga, but you just run them either or, because nobody ever has done the shoota.
No.
But if all of a sudden it doesn't matter, WYSIWYG on orc boys, and you just have what you have, like, and you just say at the beginning, like, oh, they all have shootas, or they all have slugga choppa. I almost think that's better, because I remember I built some shootas, and then
I did too.
Never ever touched them, and then broke the shootas off and put on slugga choppas.
Well, I feel like we could get to the bottom of this. I think some people have the codex.
That's true. Well, the code, yeah.
The codex says.
The codex, sure, I'm sure it says that you can have either sluggas or choppas. But the kits apparently only has options for both. So you can have like 10 with shoota and 10 with slugga choppa.
Isn't that how it was before?
You could 10? But there's 20 that come in the kit, and you have to build 10 as choppa and you have to build 10 as slugga.
Oh, I just assumed that they gave you. I just assumed that they gave you essentially 2 boxes of 10.
Yeah, no, it's a special thing.
Interesting.
Although I think a lot of people are kind of ignoring the history, because they came out with Monopose Sisters of Battle, and then later on they came out with Multipart Plastic Kit Sisters of Battle. They came out with Monopose Genestealer Cultists, and then they came out with Multipart Plastic Kit Genestealer Cultists. They came out with, I swear there was one more. What are the newer factions? But it's kind of what they do. Yeah. They came out with Monopose Primera Space Marines, and then they came out with Multipart Plastic Kit Space Marines. God, Mark, I have a craving for more orcs.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Linku11, have you guys listened to an episode of the Adeptus Ridiculous podcast? I love the Adeptus Ridiculous podcast. I don't know if I've seen all the episodes, but I've seen a bunch. I think those guys are funny. There's a great episode, or it's not even an episode. It's it was a Patreon tier where they were gonna show off their armies if they got enough patron supporters, and in every single episode they crushed their Patreon goal, and so but you can tell that in filming they figured out that it was not interesting, and so the video just cuts like randomly on words and stuff. Like, okay, so I got this here, I got these models here, and they're not painted well, but, and then just cut to the next person. And their producer is really funny. Oh God, what did she say? She's like, look at these little bitch boys, when she was showing off her orcs. JP Rockets. I have 400 orc boys. I alternate 60 of Slugachopta and 60 with Shuda. Then specialists like Sludas, Burnas, Tank Bustas, and 50 bikers. Oh no, I only have 20.
Jeez, what are
well,
you
now
doing?
I need 50. 10 Killicans, 5 Death Dreads, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. I only want to watch it. If they abandoned WYSIWYG for orcs, it would save on plastic bits. Could probably shoot out Shoot-a-bits as actual ammo with all the bits I got. I don't know if they... I'm guessing they won't, but I just thought it'd be nice. Or it wouldn't be a bad pick to decide to just build your orcs however you wanted and then just say what they are. Because I bet every now and then you'd probably want to try out Shooters again and see if they're still bad. And I guess everyone has always had that opportunity all the time. Because you don't, as long as the person you're playing with is cool with it. And if they're not, they'd be a real douche. Is it okay if these guys all have Shooters instead of Slugachoppa? No.
Okay, so we're just not going to play then. Great.
TK3 Prince. Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit that subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Do we ever? The Patreon's been popping.
It has been. Colin Mark, I had this one idea for my own orc tribe. Maybe that next call-in stream I can tell you about them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Joaquin Costa, my Sterngarn vets are all using combi flamers, but I'm running them as combi meltas. Is that cool? No? Oh?
It all depends on your opponent, but they better be cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
A Flame and a Melta look pretty darn similar. I think really what it comes down to is as long as it's easy, I think you're kind of pushing it if you're like, okay, so these 10 orc boys are actually 10 tactical marines, and one of them has a combi grav gun, one of them has a chain sword, one of them has a las cannon, and one of them has a flamethrower.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty difficult. Then you're pushing it, because how are they going to remember that?
Mm-hmm.
TK Spirit Prince, it'd be great if all legs and arms and hands and feet had ball sockets so we could position and make our own setup on a model, but no, Games Workshop makes models like Jigsaw, so no parts fit another model. Well, yeah, that's how their monopose models are, but their multi-part plastic kits, there's still plenty of options. Usually arms, heads, and backpacks is the option, which I think is fine. But I just have to bring it up because every day people claim that there's no way all Games Workshop models are monopose. So every day I have to remind people that not all Games Workshop models are monopose. And then the dance begins again.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were ball and socket, I think then they would look like Gundams, which are cool, but have a big ugly ball and socket.
This is true.
Then they would look like what toy company made the big Space Marine? It would look like the McFarlane Space Marine, which looks like garbage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stonelis. Don't forget that the Gretchen is actually a Knight Paladin. Yep, it's an Imperial Knight. Daniel Bear. Dune is the first 40,000 novel. Changed my mind. You know what? It could be, because the Dune novels only cover, 4,000 years? And the 40k novels cover 10,000 years.
Internet man, but Jay, I must have to move my orc boy 0.01 degrees to the left. Games Workshop robs me of that.
They did. They stole that right out from under you. Zachary Rusnak, what brushes are you using? I am using, what is it? This is a Rosemary & Co. Pointed Round Series 301. It's an alright brush. I don't know the benefits of a round tip, but I bought a whole bunch of brushes, and so I'm using them. Dune covers around 20,000 years. Oh, so they actually have more. All I know is that Leto ruled for 4,000 years. That's what I was thinking of. And I'm only counting the three real Dune books. I know the sun took over after a while.
JP got rockets. Well, Jay, the ladies like a round tip.
Yeah.
There you go.
Daniel Bear, all hail God Emperor Leto II. Worm. He was a worm. Cayman Astrius. Dune also had in the lore of the human Imperium an all-powerful, almost immortal emperor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Leto II was the God Emperor of Dune in the book called God Emperor of Dune. I don't think you can copyright a God Emperor, because isn't that like the Egyptians? I would definitely say though, if the Imperium of Mankind's emperor was also a worm, I would be like, okay, shenanigans are afoot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I bet we're gonna find out he's a worm.
Oh my, wouldn't that be awesome? He needs to return to the sands of Arrakis and ingest the spice melange. I'm like, okay, I think they are starting to rip off Dune.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 10,000 years when he became the worm. Oh, God, maybe I'm misremembering. I want to say it was 4,000 years. Tickets for Prince. Nearly 40 thumbs down. Woot. Shame on them that hit the thumbs up. Maybe the paint gods spread your paint bristles at the worst moments.
Agreed.
Colin Mark, I have no idea who this Leto character is. All I know is I must chant worm, worm, worm every time I see it. Marlon Augusto, greetings from Brazil. I am painting here too. Neat. Jesus, guys, I haven't read it yet. Hashtag spoiler alert. Also, spoiler alert for 40k.
Very true. Andy Crimson just tuning in to leave a dislike. Been busy at karaoke with some new friends. Hope y'all had a great night.
I see her in a smoky room. Smell of wine.
Is that your karaoke song?
I think that's everyone's karaoke song, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Some people do tequila.
That's true. It's a good one.
As their song. Because they just have to say the word tequila at the right moment.
Tequila.
I guess if you do that song, the only thing though, besides singing the words, is you do have to do a little dance to it or something.
Yeah.
If you think about it, 40k just ripped off the Epic of Gilgamesh.
There, yeah, you know what? At truth.
Mm-hmm. Robert S. Downs Jr. just came to leave a like and say penis. Now goodbye and penis.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Disco. Don McLean's American Pie is a karaoke fave. Ah, neat. Matthew Stoneless just started using wood glue instead of watered down PVA today, and huge difference. Oh yeah. Especially if you're using watered down PVA. Some people like to put watered down PVA on top, and I do that occasionally. But yeah, definitely watered down PVA to hold the sand is begging for problems.
Mm-hmm. Marlon Augusto, spoiler, Dune is a 1965 book. Come on. I mean, not forever. I mean, that's when it came out, but everyone's different ages and has had different lives. I've never understood that. It's like, let's say you had a kid that never watched The Wizard of Oz, and you spoiled it for them. And you're just like, well, it came out in 1938. They don't know.
I think I get it a little bit though, like so we can't ever talk about any movie.
Yeah, there you go. I guess the only way to make sure everyone's perfectly fine is to ask first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spoil all this, but I don't care. So personally, because I don't watch anything.
Hapakuma, what I love about EOB is Jay and Nick and I can have totally different views on things, but the love of miniature painting brings us all together. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't like that Jay's such a shill.
Yeah. And I don't like that Nick's a nudist.
I'm nude right now.
Maybe a little of that. And then do I own a green wash? I must. How do I paint my orcs?
Lucky Bat. I've never seen a movie. Sad face.
Cayman Astris. Astartes. Come on, guys. All these mean things about Games Workshop stealing is starting to get crazy. Next, you're going to tell me that they stole from World War II in both armies and vehicles. Yeah! In World War I, too.
Matthew Stonelis, Asshole by Dennis Leary is my favorite karaoke song.
It's a banger.
Did you know that he stole that idea
I
from
did.
Louis C.K.?
According to Louis.
Yes, according to a bunch of people. Because apparently he had a bit.
Yeah.
Like, the hook of the song is the bit.
Yeah.
And you can find recordings of the bit
Interesting.
predating the song, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wild world.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it is stolen. I just think it's allegedly is always fun to throw a little of that in there.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, Louis wouldn't have made a song,
No, he would never.
and I'm glad we got the song.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Mark, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, only trademark the hell out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
JP Grot Rockets, you literally can't spoil movies like Dune, Lord of the Rings, or any movies based on the Bible. The source material has been around for too long. Sorry if someone isn't familiar, but cultural marks can't be spoiled. That's not a bad point.
I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, if they're a kid, it is.
Yeah,
if
well,
they're a kid, it's a bad point. How old? And like, what if you're not religious? Then you don't know.
I guess it depends on what you're spoiling. Because there's ways to talk about something without spoiling it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just want to start a conversation by saying, hey, did you know that they do get the ring to Mordor?
Yep.
Now these Stonelis, Leary has a whole thing about how it came about. I bet he does.
Probably because he keeps getting asked about it. But, on that note, it is 10 o'clock. And you know what that means? Then we're going to go straight to bed.
Mm-hmm. After I finish all my work.
Exactly. So we had a bunch of... we had 2 videos out this week. We have another video out. We also have a Patreon-only stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
The patron-only streams are great because I actually get work done.
Yeah.
Like, these streams where I have to entertain you people.
Gross.
And speaking of entertain you people, I'm done.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody. Go watch all the videos.
Yes.
Good night.